Well, sometimes it's the shorter shots that can be the trickiest on the green. This week on Chipping Around the Grand Strand, meteorologist Scotty Powell shows you how a little practice on these kinds of shots can really make a difference in your golf game.
We're here at River Oaks Golf Club with Scott Taylor, and we are going to be talking about one of the trickiest shots on the course. It really doesn't seem tricky. We're only 15, 20 yards from the hole, but it's this short game that can really get you in trouble. You can find yourself hitting it 2 or 3 times. So you're going to show us a couple of ways how to approach this shot.
Yeah, this is one of those shots we get often around the course and around, and we can gain and lose a lot of shots here. So they're tricky, and we often don't practice enough to do them. So we'll kind of show you what we should and shouldn't do. All right, so we're just off the green here. I'm going to show you what we shouldn't do to start. Quite often, we always grab the most lofted club in our bag when we get around the green. And if we did a lot of practicing, that might be okay, but most of us don't do nearly enough of it. And the challenge is on these Bermuda fairways, just off the green with a little slope, they can get soggy, they can get tricky. You really got to make good contact. So quite often, what we'll do is we'll get here. You can see I stabbed it, hit it chunky. That's a very difficult shot. You need a lot more practice, a lot more feel to hit that sensitive shot. So these are the 2 options that I would recommend in this situation. I've got an 8-iron and I've got a putter. In the 8-iron, you can take a much shorter swing, stand closer to the ball. I like to use a putting grip for this shot. So you're going to get right up on it, almost a putting stroke. And you can see that did not take a big swing, so your margin of error is much more reduced. So lastly, what we should probably all do, and the most safest of the 3 shots, is to putt. You got to give it, there's no shame in this, hitting these putts, so you just got to make sure you hit it plenty hard. We might have made it. Oh. Definitely recommend those 2 options when we're in this situation.
Well, Scott, that was a great demonstration of how to use these different clubs. So we're going to do this with me. We'll hit this first shot with my 8-iron. And you said to get really close to the ball, choke up, and almost act like a putting stroke, correct?
Correct. Yep.
All right.
Sweep through it nice and easy.
Let's see how we can do this here.
Look at that. Shot.
All right. And then the putter, which I think you said is the safest way because you have a little bit more control.
That's correct.
All right, so let's see. We'll get it in a good lie here. And if I'd have hit a little bit harder, it'd been a little bit closer to the hole. So with those tips, hopefully that'll help you out around here at the short game. We'll toss it back to you in the studio.